with another episode of Basketball Culture. I'm your host, Ebony.
It's your boy Tyler, and today we got two of Australia's best Sudanese hoopers. So if you guys want to quickly introduce yourself real quick.
Yep. I'll go first. First, I appreciate you guys for bringing us on here. Like, it's a pleasure. And, like, not too many people, like, do this, you know? So, like, thank you to you.
Of course.
But first of all, my name is Chol. Like, many people, like, call me, like, the voice, Chol. But, like, growing up as a young kid, I started off with Chol Adup, my government name, and then, like, Baby Chol. And then, obviously, as I grew up, everyone started calling me the voice. So, like, that's how I started. But my name is Chol Adup. And, yeah, playing for Sydney Comets at the moment. Currently just finished NBL1 East. And then, yeah.
Wait.
My name's Henry. I'm from Sydney, grew up here. Played overseas, played Australia, played in college. Right now, last season I played for Hobart Chargers in NBL1 South. Now I'm back home and I'm looking to see what's going forward.
Yeah, great to have you guys on. So before we start, just want to get into like a quick little quiz just for some fun.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
See if you guys know ball, some NBA. You know?
Yeah. Let's go.
So we'll start with, I have, which Sudanese rookie was drafted by the Rockets and then was traded to the Suns in the most recent NBA draft?
Come on.
Yep.
Yeah, play for Duke as my young boy, you know, play for Duke. Like, he grew up, like, his story is, like, it's just like us, like, it's pretty inspiring, you know, how he grew up. And he's only started playing basketball, like, 4 years, you know?
Damn.
And, like, it was, like, apparently, like, one of his stories, like, he was, like, driving and a cab driver told him, like, you should play basketball, you know? Yeah, which is, like, pretty
Crazy.
cool. But, like, yeah, come on. Definitely knew that one.
Nice.
Then I have, who's the tallest NBA player in history?
That's Manute Bol, right?
Yep. We got Manute Bol.
Son of, Manute Bol.
Then I have, which Sudanese player who also played for the Boomers was formerly a member of the Milwaukee Bucks?
Oh, that's Don Maker.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Don Maker.
If people don't know, he's a great hooper. You know, some people might know him from that little scuffle they had with
Yeah.
the Philippines,
That was wild.
flying knees and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I have, who's the only Sudanese player to have made an NBA All-Star team?
Oh, that's Lord Dang.
Easy, Lord dang.
Yeah,
Yes,
shout
sir.
out to the president, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's the
sir.
president of South Sudan. Shout out to
Then-
him, man.
I have, who is the 7'3" center who currently plays for the Suns?
Come on, once again.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. They also got Bobo as well. They got
Yeah,
two
they
of
got
them.
boy. Yeah, don't forget about
Yeah,
boy.
they
Can't forget about
they
boy.
got both of them.
Yeah.
And then now I'll just have some nicknames of just some players, and if you can guess who they are. So I got the Great Barrier Reef.
Oh, that's Dyson.
Dyson Daniels.
Shout out to Dyson, man.
That one's actually Duop Reef.
Oh,
Dyson's the Great Barrier Thief. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
They got
it.
me. They got me.
And then we have this one. Honestly, this one I haven't really heard much. It's kind of a less known player, but it makes sense once you get the name. But we got the God of Thunder.
The God of Fun.
Steven Adams. No?
It's actually JT4.
Oh.
Sudanese hooper as a youngin,
Yeah.
but with the name, you know, it makes sense.
Aquaman, yeah. I'm true.
Then I got a throwback. I have the Big Dipper,
Big Dipper. You got
legendary
that
big
voice?
man.
Nah,
Big Dipper.
I heard that one before.
You got a clue?
One
He
hit.
has a lot of records, a lot of
Lot of
point scoring records. Old player, center.
Dipper.
Nah.
I gotta guess. I'm gonna go and say Will Chamberlain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was the
Hold on,
Will.
man. Let's go guess, man.
And then I have the Caruso.
Alex Caruso.
Yes, sir. And then to finish it off, this should be an easy one. I got the Joker.
Oh,
Jokic.
Jokic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jokic.
Overall, did pretty good. One of our top scoring. So yeah,
Let's
good
go.
job.
For sure.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Nice. And so now we'll get into our jerseys.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
yeah.
told you guys to bring something in.
Yeah.
Show us what you brought.
Let's go.
Get it, Joe.
Yeah, I'll go. Start it off. First of all, shout out to my brother, bro. Like, this is not a jersey, but this is more like, cause it's for my mom. Cause we created a DNA, and you can see here, it's her initials. Daniela Baruch. It's like a shirt, the memories, cause everyone knows like, my mom passed away in 2021. So like, obviously, we made a basketball program for her to build her legacy, and like, my brother's the CEO of it, and he started like, once I came back from what I was doing in America, I started helping more and coaching more. And then like once I got into coaching, that's where my passion came from, you know? Like my passion came from my mom. So like having a shirt that represents her means a lot. So it's not a shirt, but it's more of a polo. So like, yeah, shout out to my family, shout out to him. And that's what I brought today.
That's really beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Henry?
For me, I bought some my MVP jersey right here.
Hey.
Shout out MVP. This is our team right here. So UBL jersey from last year. I bought this honestly because MVP has kind of been like the club we've been playing for, like our UBL. Like as we got older, we started off with Savannah. We can touch on that later from our start. But as we got older, we started playing MVP. And like the brotherhood we have at MVP, some you can't break apart. Like it's like family with that tight knit. So like it's something we just keep close to each other, and we just keep pushing forward and growing. So shout out Rye. Shout out everybody that's MVP as well.
Yes, sir.
Love that. Went to watch you guys play in the UBL finals.
Yeah.
Don't know if I can say much.
Good game. It was a good game.
Refs were, I don't know.
It was a good game.
Yeah, tying into kind of how you guys talk about the brotherhood and like family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Since the podcast called Basketball Culture, kind of just want to get how you guys define basketball culture, what it means to you.
Yeah. Oh, with me, it's like a guy that told me like more about culture was like Coach DK, because I played in Inner West Bulls. So like when I was first year, I played for Inner West Bulls when it was called. It was Warsaw before it was called NBL1, and he always mentioned culture. Culture isn't just like, you don't know, like it could be like a team thing, like one guy could be the reason why, or like it's a culture thing. That's what he always told us. Like no matter what you do in basketball, you need team culture, and like that's why shout out to Canberra Gunners, like they've been winning the last 2 years because of their culture.
Yep.
You need foundation, you need culture. Without culture, like there's only so much things you can go, how far you can go, and that's where culture came from for me.
I feel that.
I mean, culture for me started probably when I really first learned about it. Basketball culture and having that culture build a team was in America when I was at Blair Academy. Like we had everything. Our quote for the year was, our hashtag was cause over self. Like it was always team over self. Everything we put our team, put each other, put our coaches, put our fans, put our teachers, everybody before us. So like that's kind of how the culture started. Me started like understand it, and like but basketball culture honestly is just in general. I feel like it's really like the love for the game. If you have a love for the game and the people who love the game, everybody's part of the culture. It's like one big. It's not just basketball. It's basketball, the culture itself.
I love that. And at Breakfast Club where I coach, as you know, viewers, and I mean some of you are probably Breakfast Club kids.
Yes.
We try and build a culture there as well. So I love that you guys touched on that. They always ask me, why do we have to do the punishment if we did what you said, but they didn't? I'm like, hey man,
Culture.
we're a family here. That's your teammate.
Yeah,
if your teammate loses the ball, you lose the ball. It doesn't matter.
100%.
So we try and build. So I love that you guys touched on that.
100%.
Yep. And I know earlier when we had the quiz, you kind of talked about how Kaman, he was a cab driver and then he got introduced to basketball.
Yeah.
So kind of want to know how you guys how was your childhood growing up, and ultimately when were you first introduced to basketball?
Oh yeah, because when I first grew up, I was playing soccer. Like,
Oh yeah.
like I was playing soccer for Fairfield Pats. Like I used to, because I grew up in Fairfield. Before I moved away to the Western Sydney, I was in Fairfield first. And like my coach, I went to school in Petition Brothers, Mr. Burke, like introduced me to the game. First of all, just started off with Friday nights at Bankstown, and then he's like, man, like you should play this. But me, like. My passion was always soccer. I'm trying to go to the A-League. I'm trying to trying to go to the big leagues, But like once I knew, like it's like, man, your height is pretty good. We can use you, So like he introduced me to the game of basketball, and then that's when I started playing Friday night. It started off with just Friday night, and then it turned into like MCS. I don't know what they call it now, but back then when I was playing in school, it's like MCS. So I would play Thursday, Friday. So like my passion started growing. So when I started playing Thursday, Friday, and like I was fortunate enough to play at Bankstown, like one of the coaches, like, hey man, like we can use you for the rep teams. And that's when I started playing for Bankstown Bruins. And then that's where my passion grew. Like it started off from like basketball, and then my day was full, like Monday to Saturday. It'll be one day I play soccer, one day, and then it came to a point where like I made state in both sports, and I had to kind of choose. And then that's why I'm like, oh man, like if this is gonna be what is going forward, I kind of have to choose a sport. And I've already kind of liked basketball because of my height. And let me just see how it takes me, So like going from there, that's when I accelerated. I took off, and then 14s, I made the under 14 state team. And then I'm like, oh man, like I can actually like do something with this sport, And that's going from there. I got a scholarship from when I started playing with Bruins, and then I went to AAU in America. And then from AAU, that's when I got a scholarship to go play in America. So I'm like, man, like this basketball thinking like it can take me further than the soccer, unfortunately at the moment, So like might as well just follow that dream, you know, and that's where it came from.
Yeah, I get you. It's
Yeah.
definitely crazy how like one little small comment or something, you
Yeah.
should play it and it blossoms into all of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, how about you, Henry?
Mine's similar to Chol, honestly. I started playing soccer, but I did everything when I was a kid. I played soccer, ran track, cross country, you name it. I did everything, like everything. So I was just an athlete as a little kid. But when I was probably about 12, 13, my family introduced me to Coach Maya at Savannah. Like, it was minor stars back then in Blacktown. So then I just went down one week in the train, started getting into it a bit. I was getting taller and taller. I was a tall kid from when I was high. But then as I grew on, loving the game. And that's kind of where I started. And then it blossomed from there, Savannah Pride. And that's where I'm at now.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see. I think I've said it in a past episode, like how many people start playing like more than one sport.
Yeah.
Or like they're choosing between two sports. Like I know I mentioned before, I have a kid who was like choosing between football and basketball, and then one year I asked him like, oh, which one do you like more? And he's like, oh, football. And then he switched to basketball. I'm like, let's go.
Nah.
So when you guys transitioned into fully taking basketball, what was that like? Was that like a definitive like decision? Like, I love basketball. Like, I'm just gonna do this. Was it hard? Kind of dropping the soccer, dropping all the other sports, or like how was that transition?
For me, it was like it was hard in a way because like growing up in the basketball, I was always a center.
Yeah.
But in reality, I'm a guard. So like I wasn't really showing that part of it yet until I went to America. So like I could say it was easy until I got to America in the AAU, and then when I went to AAU, and then I see I'm not like until today I'm not athletic. You know, I've always been like a good defender, or like kind of can guard, or I could kind of shoot. So like going to America taught me like this is not your real position. You know, so like coming back to Australia, that was the hardest part of my basketball career is in terms of like adjusting, you know, because I've always like my whole life, you can't tell me like in a switch, you got to switch from big to guard. Like it's not possible. Maybe from guard to big, maybe, but like the other way around, it's like guard skills is not easy, you know. Like if you're a guard, you're pretty much the coach in the team, or if you're a shooting guard, kind of have to make shots. But growing up my whole like rep career, 8-9 years, I've never shot the ball because like I've always dominated in the paint. So like I didn't need to shoot the ball. But then when I went to America and it's like I couldn't really score, I'm like, what the reason was? Then like I looked at my own self. I'm like, man, I'm not a center. So like in that time of a year, of course, it got harder when I realized my position. But until before then, it was like it was all right, because like in a certain system, it's like if you can defend, shoot, you'll be all right. Because like some of us are athletic, but some of us are not. But if you can do the other stuff, rebound, you're always gonna be good in the system, you know. But once you go to America, then you realize it's the opposite. Everyone's athletic. You got to be able to do the other stuff. And that's when it becomes hard.
I feel like that's definitely a problem kind of with Australian basketball.
Yeah.
If you're tall, you just automatically you're chucked in the paint. You don't learn nothing else, just rebound, box out, and all that. And then I think now it's kind of getting a bit better with like positionless basketball and stuff like that.
Yeah, 100% getting better.
More of the bigs are learning kind of the guard skills and stuff.
Yep.
But it's definitely a process you got to go through.
Yeah.
Henry, what about you with dropping track and all those sports? I mean, did it take you a while to drop it, or were you doing like everything at once
I was
for a
doing
while?
everything at once. I have to kind of backtrack a little bit. Organized basketball definitely was minor star Savannah, but when I really started to love basketball was playing outdoor like street ball.
Like pick up?
Granville courts,
Yes, sir.
Villawood courts,
Yeah.
Blacktown, Central courts, you name it, they're everywhere.
100%.
Me, Chol, Maluk, SCA, all the boys just go play
crew.
everywhere. All the courts are just
the
running it
boys.
up, like against grown men as young kids, and they respected us for that because we always held our own and we beat them. Like a lot of time we were them guys, like from young, we were always like them guys. So like that's really where the love started. So the transition wasn't really nothing serious to me. It was just, all right, this is where I can probably take it further. This is what I love more than the other ones. So I was like, all right, basketball just stuck with me from then.
Yeah, I think that's like an important thing, like pick up basketball, that street ball culture.
You need that.
I know we talked on that a lot with the podcast with Helicopter, because that was his whole thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
But like even with me, like playing like outside, like COVID times.
Yeah.
I just went like when we had the fight.
Yeah,
What was it?
5 meter
kilometer
fight, 5
radius?
kilometer,
Bro,
yeah.
I'd be going down to the
nowhere.
Condell Park courts, and I was
Yeah.
just balling there like every day, and everyone would come. Then as soon as COVID ended, everyone stopped coming. But but it was good. It's fun. Like
100%.
playing organized basketball. Sometimes I feel like in Australia, like it's a bit boring.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's my personal opinion.
Systematic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I kind of fell out of love with basketball playing here, and I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe I don't love it. And then I went and played in Malaysia, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, I do love basketball. Like, what the
Yeah.
hell? This sport's amazing. And then I came back to Australia, and I was like, wait, but why is it so boring here? And like it took me a while to like understand like why I didn't like Australia basketball, like the way it's played here, especially with girls. I think it's a lot more like structured.
Yeah.
Like with the boys, you know, you can kind of see it breaking a bit. You know, they get to you know show their flair and all that. But with the girls, it's like if I try and do a move, I got my teammates saying, "Yo, pass it, shoot!" Like I'm like, bro, like let me just play around, let me have fun. Like damn,
100%.
So yeah, that pickup, I like that. That's where you got your love for basketball.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely think as well it's a underrated aspect as well, like. Because when you play in different kind of systems and stuff, you develop different skills. Like street ball, kind of you get the ISO game going and stuff like that. Whereas if you're playing reps, you kind of learn how to play as a team more in structure. So just playing, I guess it's definitely underrated in developing your skills.
For sure.
But I know you touched that you played in America and you got a scholarship.
Yeah.
And also you as well. I just want to kind of know what was that experience like and like the excitement knowing kind of the hard work is paying off and how did you... Ultimately, what experience was that?
Oh, it was like, it's obviously every kid's dream to get a scholarship to America, like no matter what it is, like it doesn't hurt to get a full scholarship, like full scholarship to play basketball, get an education, and then you're also playing the best of the best, So like knowing I had the scholarship is like, now, like especially now with the generation of like the NILs, basketball is like, it's harder to get a scholarship. So like some kids might not experience what I experienced back then because like, they've shifted away because of the NIL deal. So like a lot of kids probably might miss out. So like now it's like if I'm going to recruit the international kids, it's like you got to be the best of the best, you know what I'm saying? So like when I had that privilege, that's why I always say I never take anything for granted because you just never know, So like getting that full scholarship, it's like it takes a lot of burden out of you, because you work so hard. And like you can only, once you're here, there's only so much you can do in Australia, So like, and I love Australia. I was in the system, like once you reach 18, 19, like what's the next path, Like some people think it's over, but like at 18, 19, you're a freshman. You might feel like you're a senior here, but once you go to America, it's like, oh, you're a kid again, And like that's kind of feeling like you need. So like when I always encourage kids to go, it's never over until it's over, And there's so many scholarships out there. It doesn't matter now. There's like, it doesn't have to be NCAA Division 1. There's Division 2. There's junior college. There's the NIA route. Like, as long as you can get a scholarship, like, you know how many kids are trying to get a scholarship? It's not that easy. So like, if you're one of a percent to get a scholarship, so like, whatever it is, don't feel ashamed because this guy got this. Now, like, you're one of the few that, if you ask a lot of kids, they just want a scholarship, So like, yeah, I was privileged to be one of the kids that got a full scholarship.
Yeah, I definitely think, especially as time goes on, it gets both harder and kind of easier to like get there because there's more opportunities and stuff. Like now with social media, you can get known and stuff like that.
All that stuff,
But at the same time, you're competing with all these other people now because of that. So it definitely is challenging.
Yeah.
But also, we kind of want to know your experience. How was your experience with it, and what kind of skills and stuff you learned from the program over there?
Over there, I got a scholarship when I was here. I actually got my first scholarship before I even got my high school scholarship. I got a college offer from TCU when David Patrick and TCU came down. We had a game against them, and I had a good game. They were like, us young kids good, so they gave me a scholarship from then. But then I got my high school offer to Blair Academy. So I'm going to Blair. Blair was amazing. I feel like Blair's kind of where I was kind of like put in that situation where I was in the gym. Like Coach DeJesus, Coach Mantegna, all the guys I worked out with, Jalen Blakes, Henry Myers, like all these guys, Jordan Dingle, Jabri, everybody. So we got to work and it was just like a lab. So it's just, you go there, you work. So I feel like I developed like my jump shot there. I developed like, obviously got more athletic because we started lifting. In Australia, I wasn't lifting. Like in Australia, we just play ball.
You just play basketball.
Go out there, play ball. But over there, you kind of see how the professionalism comes into it. Like it's a real profession from high school. Like we'll study, after we practice, lift, relax, rest, work out again. All right, go to bed. Next day, morning workout, class, again, practice. So it's real clockwork over there. So I got a lot of skills. I picked up a lot of skills and a lot of strength over there, put on some size over there. And even when I got my college offers, I had a handful of college offers. I ended up going to Marist. That's when I put in even more work, because I kind of feel like my coaches over there can put you down. They can kind of get your confidence up and down. They put my confidence down. But I stayed in the gym myself. Like, that's where I was like, all right, this is bigger than just being in this situation. This is not my be all, end all. There's more to this than just this college. So I just stayed in the gym, kept working, just kept developing my game. And to piggyback off what Chol said, as a young kid, I wasn't thinking like, oh, yeah, my goal obviously make NBA. Like, we'll just watch NBA basketball, college basketball here and there. But like, I'm out here playing in Granville, playing in Blacktown, playing in Ashfield at school. I'm like, yes, it's possible, like, but how? You think, how is it going to be possible? And somehow it don't being possible. Just keep working. You'll be seen. Like, end of the day, talent will be seen. Hard work will always show. So just stay with it.
Yeah, it's definitely a great message, because, like you said, you think it's impossible, but you never know. One day someone could be watching. And, you know, if you're showing out, as long as you keep putting in the work, anything is possible.
100%. Got to be ready for the opportunity.
Yeah.
I just want to touch on what you said about, like, the coach could put you down sometimes, but you didn't let that get you down. So I just want to touch on that mental toughness. Do you think that's something that you learned growing up, or that you just always had? Like, can you talk a bit about that? And even you as well, Chol, if you have that mental toughness or any barriers you guys have, like, come to face that you've been able to, what's it called? Overcome, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, how we started, definitely. The mental stuff, like, toughness started from, like, as a kid, like, just being outside, learning, just walking around, like, doing things, just the street ball stuff, everything, just day in life, just being outside with, like, my brothers out here, we just learn, like, we overcome obstacles every day. And even with family stuff, with my family instilled a lot of good things into me that kind of keep me, like, grounded and balanced. So I feel like that's kind of where the mental toughness came into as well. And then going over there, you just got to be ready. Like, you got to be ready. Like, it's never going to be easy. You got to understand it's never going to be easy. And that's where the gains come from. So that's kind of where the mental toughness came into it.
100%. Love that.
Yeah, and just like Henry, like, my mental toughness actually came from, like, when you go to the junior college is, like, different. Like, that's where you really get tested, you know? Like, I've been to junior colleges, like, it's like people out there, it's like, that's all they know. Huh? Like, NCAA is different than junior college. So people forget junior college is like, if you go there, that's when you really get, like, the coaches, like, the gyms, and, like, especially the area you're in. Once you go to, like, a big 4-year college, you're in the city, it's beautiful, whatever. But if you're on a, like, junior college, it's, like, basically, like, in the middle of nowhere. So, like, it's either either you're gonna play basketball or you're not. And, like, them guys, that's where my mental toughness came from. Like, okay, so, like, all I know is I can't go anywhere because basically I'm in the desert. So, like, it's either this or that, you know? And that's where I started being in the gym. Like Henry always says, like, we stayed in the gym in college because in junior college there's not really much to it, you know? Yeah.
I got to piggyback off of that. Can I piggyback off of that?
Yeah, of course.
JUCO, not for the weak. JUCO is not for the weak.
Yeah, at all.
You got to be ready. Like, Division 1 guys, like, come back to JUCO and it's tough. Like, bounce back to JUCO is tough for them still. Like, I had to go through that same process, and that process is no joke. Like, but I was with Malak, so me and Malak went to Grayson College together. That was a great experience for me. Obviously, I loved it. Like, some people might break you, some people might make you. For me, like, it kind of took me to another level and brought that, like, extra fire to me. Like, kill or be killed every day. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. You're going to go kill out there, or you're going to get killed, or you're going to sit on the bench. Doesn't matter. So you got to be ready. So that mental toughness is real in JUCO. It's no joke. And
especially because, like, it's not just, like, the players. The coaches are also trying to level up. Yeah. So, like, they're trying to get to the next level in their coaching experience, you know? And they're coaching wherever they're trying to go to. Like, coaches are trying to go to, like, and 4-year colleges just like the players. So, like, for the coaches to get there, it's like, obviously, I need you, but it's more like I need to win. Like, 4 years is like, we can develop you. We got 4 years. JUCO, we got 2 years. So, either, like, we're going to do it this year, or I'm going to do it next year. And, like, you might not be here next year. So, like, I kind of need you, but I kind of just need you for now. Not long term, you know? And, like, now it's like a mental thing. Like, when we're starting losing, it's like, nah, I got to play guys that are ready to win now, you know? And think about it. If you're coming from a high school, like prep school, you've been, like, baby fit. You go to a JUCO where coach is screaming at you, hey, we got to do this. And you don't know why coach is doing it. It's because everyone's trying to win, you know? And if you're not a winner, you can't be in JUCO, because JUCO is only for winners. Like, not just on the records, but, like, to show up every day. If you show up every day, going through JUCO, you're a winner automatically, you know? If you can come back, like, the following year, knowing what you went through the following year, you're a winner. Like that's what winning is to me. That's how I see my mindset. You know, like I did it for 2 years. That's why like nothing could really like break me. Like the things that should have broke me never broke me. So like if I'm here doing this, and coaches told me I shouldn't be here, and I'm here because of my mental. It's like like. No, that's why you see my mental. Like when you see me in the game, I'm happy. Like I've been through a lot of things in the basketball court that, like Henry, Malak, like all my boys. If you haven't been to JUCO to experience it, you will never know. You'll just think I'm crazy. Like like why is this guy yelling? Like obviously when something happens, it came from somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's where my mental toughness came from. It came from my coaches, but also like my energy also came from JUCO. You know, and that's how it is.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's an important part of the game, you know. I mean, you know what they say. Let me make sure I don't butcher this quote. Well, game is 90% mental, 10% skill. Is that right? Yeah, you didn't butcher it.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely important having that mental toughness. And the JUCO, let's hope I also don't butcher this. Jimmy went to JUCO, right?
That's your guy.
Jimmy Butler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went
JUCO.
I was gonna say
JUCO.
that must have been where he got his like
toughness.
mental toughness.
Yeah,
from.
even if you see his videos, right? He's mentioned it.
Him.
Yeah, you coached
My JUCO coach coached Jimmy Butler. So he had a good connection. They would talk to Jimmy. He always talks to Jimmy. Jimmy would get him to come to his games. Like he had a great.
Give me that guy's number.
100%.
He would go out like the year before he went out of school to like work out. So he was always there. So like Jimmy's JUCO, real JUCO product.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's my guy. Yeah, as soon as you said like how it like builds your mental toughness, I instantly thought Jimmy, and I was like, wait, didn't he go? And like thinking of his game as well. So I mean, you can really see how like how that mental toughness works. Cause that guy, he's a bit. I mean, now I love Jimmy, but
he's on the better team. So,
no, he's not on a better team.
100% Golden State.
Yeah, come on, man, Golden State.
Come on, can't cover.
Also, we kind of talked about like the highs of like receiving a scholarship and like playing overseas. I also kind of want to touch base on the opposite now. What was that sacrifice like? Because ultimately, like you're leaving your friends and your family to travel to a country you've probably never been before. So how were you able to overcome that? And was there any moments where you thought maybe like this isn't for me?
Yeah. Nah, like obviously, like any kids that goes to over there, it's already sacrificing a lot because like you don't go there when you're old. You go there when you're young.
Yeah.
Like me, Henry, like he probably went there when he was younger than me. I was 16, just about to graduate like school here. So imagine like telling your mom like, as a 16-year-old, you better go to a whole new country, and like she can't be there.
Yeah.
Or not just your mom, like your family. Like it's something like you really gotta like trust your kid. That because you know how it is, like wherever you go, there's good and bad. Like sending your kid to another whole country as a 16-year-old is like it's really something you really gotta like talk to your family about, and like the sacrifices, because it's not just 3-4 months, it's like a whole year round. So like you go from May to August, so like, and then coming back is like you don't really have enough time to bring your kid back for holiday, because we finish in December, but it's only like a 3-day break. So like, are you gonna? And the prices in December are pretty high. So like, most likely you're not gonna be back home for Christmas. Everyone wants to be around their family for Christmas. It's nothing like it being around home for Christmas. So like you're missing the Christmas. Not just that, you're missing like the newborn. You're missing like everyone's birthday, and like there's only so much you can do. Like you can like FaceTime, it's cool, but at a certain point, like you have to see the person, and then not just that, it's like the new year, like you're spending a whole new year by yourself in a new country, and then like you're coming back. By the time you come back, you're pretty much a teenager, like you've already like you're 16, 17, whatever it is. Some people spend 2-3 years like because they gotta like either do schoolwork, overtime, so like you don't see your family for a whole 2 years. So it's like it's a big sacrifice, and like you only do it knowing like if you're gonna, like, that's why I always tell kids, if you're gonna go there, might as well just go be at your best, Don't go do other things, because now your parents are not here to babysit you. Like what you usually can't do at home because your mom babysits, now you have the freedom, like because they're not there with you, and now you kind of have to grow up at a young age, That's where you actually mature, Like you either go there and you turn left, or you go there and like be mental toughness, and why you came here to do what you came to do, you got to do that,
Yeah, it definitely kind of molds you into, like you said, growing up, maturing, and it gives you that extra push, like knowing, I'm here for a reason. I gotta do it. I can't fail. I have to succeed.
Yeah.
So it's definitely good to hear that. Also, wanted to touch base. I know earlier you talked about the DNA and how you coach him for that, and kind of obviously your mum, how you're representing her honor and her legacy. I just want to know kind of what's it like there? What are you trying to develop over there at the DNA, and what's your goal with that?
Oh yeah, because DNA all started obviously, like we said, like the passing of my mom. Like shout out to my brother, because when you lose like someone that powerful in your life, like you need like a reason to keep going or doing what you're doing, right? So like when he came up with he came up with it like randomly, came and told me, and I was like, man, like that's where like when you see me coaching like all these videos, it's like it's passion, you know, because my mom gave me that passion for like my passion came from my mom, you know, so because me and my mom are similar. So seeing like me doing something for the kids that represents her, like it gives me so much joy, you know. And like what we're trying to do with DNA, like just help kids grow. Like basketball's growing, you know. Like I've been like fortunate enough to play in America, play state teams. So like wherever kids like kind of like want to go, I can kind of help them that path. If it's like you want to go to the reps, okay, like I can show you that path. If you want to go to America, I can kind of show you that path, you know. So like, and then giving back to the community, like I always say, like I'm a big family guy, you know. So like I always give back to what like whoever gave to me, like Coach Maya, like all my coaches. Like it started off like Henry said, start off with Savannah Pride. They showed me the pathway to like building this, and then like now knowing what I know, and like that's why I'm always passionate to give back to the kids, you know.
Yeah. It's great.
What's up?
Yeah, and I love the name as well. How you said it's her initials,
Yeah.
DNA. Like it's really beautiful. As soon as you said that, I was like, wow, that's like both genius and it's
Yeah,
like such
that's why I
beautiful
always say
as
shout out to
well.
my brother, because like when he came out with it, it's like, man, like what a perfect name, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
literally.
because it shook me. Like once he came out with it, I was shocked, man. I'm like, that's pretty much like he's a G, like he said, he's genius, you know.
Yeah, it's really cool. And you know, both of you guys have mentioned it, you know, about your families, both of you being family people. How has your family like shaped who you are as a person and like your basketball as well? I know you mentioned passion for you, like you got that from your mom.
Yeah.
Anything else as well that you can add to that?
Oh yeah, like
Yes. I was about to say, it just feels like it's the motivation. I feel like it's the drive, like the drive. Like, how do I keep doing this every day? How do I get up? How do I go work out? How do I sacrifice to stay here for this long like amount of time? How do I leave to go there and travel back here, pack up here? It's that drive, that motivation is my main. That motivate me to go so hard every day. And my mom's always been pushing me, always telling me to keep going. Like, they've enabled me. They've given everything to me as a young kid. Like when I wanted basketball shoes, boom, you get it. Like we didn't have all the money or nothing, but like they'll still make something happen. Whenever I wanted something, they'll make it happen. All you have to pay for your rep trials, you have to pay for your reps gear, all your things, boom, taken care of. And like that, them being able to do that for me is giving me that drive to be like, I got to get this back for them. I got to get everything back and even more. So like that love for them and the love for the game is kind of like grown together, and like they've kind of helped me keep going. So that's my biggest motivator.
Yeah, love that. Feel I can definitely relate to that.
yeah.
And I was gonna say as well, you guys have talked a lot about like your crew, your friends. You know,
Boys,
I know
sure.
when I was younger, them Friday nights at Bankstown, man, they were so fun.
Yeah.
Like
The best.
playing for Clippers and Knights.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I know you were a part of. Were you a part of Clippers or only Knights?
Nah, I play for Knights.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
sure,
thought
I
so,
play
but I
for
was like, I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering.
You play for Clippers.
Yeah, I play for them.
Don't play for
I play
Clippers.
for them.
Oh, you
but
played with Clippers?
no, in a tournament in Melbourne. Like a
Oh,
Melbourne
okay,
Classic
okay,
tournament.
okay.
That's why I play for them. But like I've always like Bankstown. That's always been fair for Pets, like, cause that's where like that's the guy that like taught me like the game of basketball, and I just kind of went with it, you know. And like it was kind of cool, like you said, the boys, cause me, Henry, Malak, ACA, we've always like we started off in Granville, like then we went to like where we go? We went like Moorebank, like Liverpool.
Warwick Farm,
Yeah.
Liverpool, Collymore Park.
Yeah, like we did all the outdoor stuff. So like, and then on Friday night, I'll never like play with them. It's always against them.
Yeah.
Like they will always be them
Yeah,
too. So
yeah.
like when my mindset coming here is like, I can't let these guys beat me.
Yeah.
Or their mindset like they can't let me beat them. Like
Yeah.
that's how it's been. Like
Gotta
that's why like when you see like nowadays like everyone like now we play with each other like in terms of like teams everywhere we go. But like before it's like nah. Like my mindset on Friday night like as soon as I walk into that stadium I have my headphones in, you know. Like like they're my family, but I'm just trying to beat them at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah.
And that's where like my like these passion, all this came from, you know. Like being competitor, you know, because it's like you said, family is a big thing. Like another thing about family is like when you go home, your last people you see and the first people you see is your family. Like as much as like people criticize me, this and that. Your family is always gonna tell you the truth, you know. And like that's where you need your family, because like basketball, it's like it's a game of runs. Even in life, like you're gonna have good runs and you're gonna have bad losses, you know. Like the only person that tells you the truth, because like the crowd, the fans, they're only with you if you're up, obviously. But like your family, they're with you like the losses, you know. Like when I'm not playing good or when I am playing good, they always keep me above, you know. Never too high, never too low, you know. Like same thing with Malak, Henry. Like when things are going wrong, I always talk to them. Like they always keep me here, you know. Like there's guys that, or people that always tell you like you're better than you are. Some people might not be, you know. Like I don't like being told like this, it's gonna be alright, when like just tell me the truth, you know. Like some people are always scared to like of their friends of the truth, you know. And it's always better to tell the truth, and then like that's how you get better, you know. We've always been honest with each other, no matter like if you think we're better. Now we don't think we're better than each other, but we always tell each other the truth. So that's why we exceed as a group, you know. And that's where it came from.
Yeah, so I really love that, like that built family that you guys have there. I think like friends are so important. Like in this life. And you know, I was telling Jenny the other day, you know, our like behind the cameras person, about how like every person that's come on has like mentioned someone who's like been there like as their support system. Like whether it's just a random person or something like that. And like I wanted to touch on like support systems, which you guys have done pretty much already. But even with that, like telling the truth, like when you said that, I thought of the Sidemen, because like I love the Sidemen, and like KSI, how he gets a big head sometimes, but then the other Sidemen, you know, they'll put him down, not as like mean, as in like they're trying to be real with him, like you said, they're being truthful with him, and like I think you need that in life, you know. You don't want yes men around you telling you like it's gonna be alright. You don't want lies. Even if it's like will make you feel better in the moment, it's not gonna help you grow.
100%.
So you want those people around you that are going to help you, you know, grow to be a better person, grow to be a better baller. So I think it's really cool that you guys found that at such a young age too. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's that iron sharpens iron. Like ultimately, if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best.
100%.
That's why when you're competing against people who are better than you or kind of at the same level, it really elevates you. But you guys touched on the Friday nights. I definitely remember that. The Pats, I think you guys had the blue jersey.
The blue jersey.
Bro, you guys are like an army, man. Teams and everything.
The blue jerseys.
Eventually, kind of, you guys phased kind of into the nights as well, kind of. The teams are joining.
We took some of them. I
was hyped when that came, because I'm like, oh, we got Henry and Malloy. But I just want to kind of touch base on the comparison between there, because like back then in Bankstown, really, it was you, Malak, Essa. You guys were like the only ones dunking and stuff like that. And then kind of when you go to America now, like you said before, everyone's athletic, everyone's doing this. How are you able to kind of adjust yourself to fit into that American style of play compared to Australian? And what is any differences you've noticed for both of you?
Me personally, I feel like I kind of fit right into that system. Like athleticism, not too many other guys would, I could say personally, I've been crazy athletic to me. Like I feel like I was one of the most athletic guys in any gym I stepped into. But definitely that is, now you got, instead of just me, it's like there's 10 Henrys in here. So you got to, and this guy, you know what I mean? So you got to differentiate yourself. Like I always like made my main thing was guarding. I'd play the best defense. I was always guarding. I'd guard every position. I'd be the energy guy. I could score buckets. I could dunk the ball. I started developing my three as I got older, but back then I was just more energy guy, defense, dunking, doing all that. So I felt like adjusting over there, it took some time, because definitely they were stronger than me for sure. So putting on that weight, putting on that size was kind of the main adjustment for me. But other than that, like speed, strength, and athleticism, I felt like I was up to par, but definitely had to excel.
100%.
How about you?
All right, with me, it's like I always tell people if I could like dunk, the game would be over, bro. Because like the things are like, because I talk a lot when I score, but like that's me being on the ground. Like, let alone me being up, you know? Like, a lot of, like, if I start dunking and stuff, game will be over. But, like, in terms of, like, in America, I've always, I've always had to be, like, different. Because, like, everyone, like you said, he's athletic. Everyone's athletic. But what kept me on the court is, like, my energy, you know? Like they've never seen this type of energy. Like, where's it coming from, you know? Like, even when I'm talking, like, first off, it started with, like, we don't know what he's saying. And now it's like, it kind of makes sense what he's saying, you know? Because it's like I'm always talking on defense, this, and then, like, that's my shooting ability. Like now the game has changed. You got to be able to shoot. But like when I went to America the second year round, like after the AAU, like when I came back at home, I started working on my jump shot. So like that's when I became a shooter. and I transitioned to like, okay, I'm just gonna be that energy guy, and then I'm gonna be that 3-point guy, you know. So like, and that you like, no matter what happens in the game, you always need these guys, you know. I might not be making shots, but I'm still a threat on the corner. So like, if my point guard needs like to go downhill and they can't help off him, like I'm making a play for him too, you know. It's just I might not be making shots, but it's just the fact that I could shoot. That I like, oh, we need him on the court. So like that's where I came into it, you know. So like going to America, my shot ability and like in America, everyone like not many people like play defense because everyone's so good 1-on-1. So like it's like you really got like guard your man or like he's just gonna score. Yeah. So like I kind of fit in like well, like how you know we're known for Australia for playing defense. So going up there, like my defensive ability and just shooting the ball, I kind of like that was my way of like making up for not being able to dunk, you know. Yeah.
And I know you guys both talked about guarding. I think you even earned a couple defensive player of the years.
Yeah.
So what's your mentality when it comes into defense? Like, is it like a pride thing? Like, I'm gonna let this guy score on me, or kind of how do you approach defense?
Nah, defense always been it's a pride thing, you know. Like I always tell people like I'm not better than you in defense, but it's just more energy thing, you know. Like I just wanted more like if I say I'm not gonna let him score, then it is what it is, you know. Defense is all mental, like mental part of it. And that's how I got defensive player of the year when I went there. It's just more like over there, like there's different type of guarding. It's like there's guys that can like guard you physically, and there's guys that can like blow up the screen. Like I kind of feel like I'm like I can blow up the screen. I'm also a good helper. Like because in America there's no like we call it help the helper, and like in America they don't really have to help the helper. So like I'm really good at being in the help. Like that's all we are in Australians, you know. So like that's what we see every time we play like the European teams. We're getting closer and closer. We are beating them. It's that help the helper. Like they don't really know what that is, you know. Because everyone's so good at talented playing 1-on-1. It's like you got your man, I got my man, and like it works to a certain point until you verse teams that are all in a pack defense, you know. And that's where my ability of like communicating comes from, you know. Like because I feel like it's like a quarterback. You could see everything in the back. So like that's where I fit in, you know. Yeah.
It's definitely an underrated aspect, defense. Like a lot of people, when you get into the gym, you know, you just want to work on the free, the dribbles, whatever. But a lot of kids, if you're watching this, like if you're just a defensive player, you can make it. Like people like Pat Bev, you know, you're not really gonna get highlights of him, but he's played for how many teams, how many years, just because he can, you know, he brings the energy, he brings the defense. So it's definitely something everyone should work on.
Even off that Pat Bev, I'm pretty sure like I've heard. Because, like, I love basketball, but I don't really watch too much. I just watch, like, I can't watch basketball unless there's someone I care about playing.
So, like, I'm like you sometimes.
Yeah, so, like, Miami Heat, that's my team. I care about those players. If there's players on there that I'm like, bro, who are these people? I won't watch them. But, like, right now, I like, you know, I got Tyler Hero, that's my guy. Jimmy's still my guy, of course. But anyways, so, like, I only watch that. But I've heard that Pat Bev was like actually a killer in high school, like skills and stuff like that. Like he was crazy. And like, like the kids at home, you know, most of people know him for defense because that's what was needed, defense. So like you can like fit into something just from, you know, having that one skill. Like you said, your 3-point, like that's where you were going crazy with, you know, just having that one skill that you've like mastered can help, like can take you far, very far. And, like, I also wanted to touch on what you said with defense. 3 things that stuck out to me for, like, as well, kids listening at home that, like, I've always heard is really important is communication. You know, always trying to tell the kids when I'm coaching, talk.
Yeah, that's important.
Like, and you got to be loud too. You can't be quiet, you know, when you're playing in a gym with the crowd going crazy.
You got to be talking all the time.
Your team needs to hear you. And then as well, you said the mental thing. And straight away, I thought of Tracy saying, you know, it's an attitude and an effort.
100%.
You know, like obviously, defense, there is some technical skill to it. But a lot of people, like I've seen kids that have no technical skill, whatever, but they just have that attitude, that effort, that mental to like that hustle, and then they're still in the ball, and and I'm like, hey man, so sometimes that's all you need. Like it's you know, how do you teach defense? You know, it's that mental side of stuff. Some people having it, some people don't. I don't know. Do you guys think you can learn that kind of thing?
What do you think?
What do you guys, even you, Tal, what do you think?
I feel like you gotta want to like do it, you know. Like if anyone's played against non-hoopers, you know they play the best defense. Like, bro, they play the best defense. So it's not like a skill thing. It's just
it's a mental thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a mental thing. Obviously, if you're more athletic and stuff like that, it will give you advantages. But ultimately, I think it's smartness as well. You gotta know like the cutoff lanes kind of and stuff like that. But really it's pretty much mental. But yeah, I know we kind of touched on like your guys' American careers and stuff like that. So now kind of want to bring it back to now what you guys are doing. I think you play for the Comets, and that's kind of where you got the nickname The Voice.
Yeah.
And youth the Hobart. So kind of what's going on now with your experiences, and what's the difference you feel?
Me, I'd come back. My first season, I played in Ipswich with Ipswich Force. So it was a good season. We played with like some big names. Like we had Nathan Sobey, DJ Mitchell. We had a guy, Henry Porno, import come in. Jason Ralph. We had a really good squad, like great squad. I feel like we had a really good group. Deng Deng came in. So it was a really good squad. The North was always a really good league. So that being my first NBL1 season, I felt like, all right, coming back to Australia after 6-7 years of being away, and just see how I fit back into the system. Once I came back, just seamless, just right back into it. And it was felt like pretty easy to get back into it. So I really enjoyed that. And then last season at Hobart, I had a bigger role, like a bigger role. So we played like with my boy Will, our boy Will Cranston. Shout out Will Cranston. Pseudo Will. Yeah, so it was a really good experience as well in Hobart. We had a great team as well. We didn't have any imports. It was mainly local guys, local talent, and like one guy, big German guy. Shout out Ollie, my big man, killer big man. Yeah, so we had him, but he's also a local guy now. So that team, there's two different teams. You see like the teams where you have the NBL guys and the imports. I had two different experiences in like my 2 years of NBL1. So them two, I learned a lot from both. Like I can take a lot from both. I can take a lot being the third, fourth guy sometimes with Ipswich with this, like the big names, and then being the first, second guy, third guy sometimes here at our Hobart. So I took a lot from both, and like I feel like that's gonna help me go forward. Like wherever I go play on next, it'll be really big, like that experience. So NBL1's been great so far.
Good to hear.
Yeah, same like with me. Like I just finished off with Comets. Like now is my second year. Last year played with them, and but the year before I was in the North for Darwin Salties. But like coming back home, it's like playing with some like big dogs. Like shout out to like Boali, Ant, Obi, like Matt, my wager. Like this year was like one of the best years in the East in terms of basketball. Like cause they've always considered the East like pretty weak. So like when you've seen all these guys like come back home, and like not just come back home, everyone's playing for their hometown now. Now it's a thing. Like think about it. Like everyone's trying to pay for their clubs. Like Wally, what he's doing for Redfern, Dave came back into the mix, you know? Like having them guys play like all year, like that's why when I seen what they did at Summer League, it was like, yeah, it's whatever. But Wally been playing with me since Clipper days, you know? Like I've seen him grow up, like being, it's like we always talk about that mentality thing. Like he's had it since he was a kid. So like seeing a guy like that, like I like everything he's doing now, the Summer Leagues, the Europe, it's like it doesn't really like surprise me because I was with him when he was a young kid. I don't know, he was like 4 years younger than me. Like so he was like at 12 where he was competing with the older guys, you know? So like seeing him do all that and then come back to play for Redfern, like that's one of the biggest things that I always appreciate him for. Like he's for his peoples, you know? So like he came back for his community, like Redfern. Like I've never seen an NBL1 game that packed. Yeah. Especially for like when Devo, Boali, and like Obi, like these are juniors we're talking about, you know? Like these are guys that like the foundation was built on them, you know? So like this season going through, seeing how they operate, it's like, man, no wonder they're pros, you know? Because like how they move is like they teach you a lot. Like Boali, like even last year, like coming back this year even showed why he should have been MVP, you know? Like he came in like, bro, he matured so much in Europe, came back. I don't think we lost a game with him. Like he was like 11 straight. And like what he was doing was like, bro, like he came in, averaged like 30, like 8 assists, 9 rebounds. And for a kid like that small or like that high, he can rebound the ball. Yeah. So like he taught us a lot this year, you know? Like unfortunately we couldn't have him like for the playoffs because he got hurt. But he got hurt in Summer League, and like in Summer League he was killing. You know, like that last game he had, I think he almost had like a triple-double. Yeah. You know? And that's the back of like Europe and then NBL1. Like everyone that went to Summer League was pushed by someone. You know what I'm saying? He was the only guy that was like self-made. It wasn't like obviously his agent, but he wasn't pushed by the way everyone else being pushed. And to see him at the highest level, it's like that's work, you know? Like everyone, like that's the definition of work. So seeing a guy like that and being my teammate, it showed me a lot this year, like of like just how to operate, how to like just like life, you know? And never to like give up, like, you know, seeing him, like, but it's always been like that with him, you know? Yeah. But so like the Comets, we had a pretty good year. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it done. It would have been amazing to get it done for like the city, man. Like, cause this year they really showed out for us. If you came to our home game, like it was packed everywhere. Like no matter you see it in the semifinals, it was like packed. Like they really like. I feel like Commerce have like the best crowd, you know, in terms of like this year the NBL1 like they've crowd like we won 11 straight. Obviously when a few guys got hurt, this and that, things went south. But like in terms of like when we started the season, we started off strong, you know. And like we'll shout out mainly to them guys, you know, Boali, Davo, and like Ant. Ant had a hell of a year, man. Shout out to Ant, man. Money, man. Shout out to Ant, bro. He had a great year, and like it was the back of like a great UBL season, you know. Like he had a good off season, and then like went straight into the season. Don't think Ant was leading us in points, like before like Boali, Davo. Like Ant was our main like scorer, like and that's just growth, you know. Yeah. So yeah, had a pretty good year, man.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I don't know if I should be saying this, but, you know, speaking about that, you know, Comets team, I definitely, you know, I mean, I watched a few games. I definitely thought you guys were going to win until obviously the injuries and that came. And even like Ant, like you mentioned, I remember seeing him playing with MVP with you guys. And I was like, I haven't like sometimes I've heard names a lot, but like not really seen the person. So I had heard his name before. And I think the first time I like actually saw him play was at Sneakerland.
Oh, one-on-one.
Yeah, one-on-one.
One-on-one, yeah.
And I was like, all right, it's one-on-one. And then I saw him play with MVP, and I was like, oh, like, I feel like he's overhyped to be like, this guy's not that good.
Ants like that, man.
And then I told my friend, like, oh, like, I don't know, how old is he and whatever. And then she told me he's like 19 or 18. I was like, what? I thought he was like our age. And then once I heard his age, I'm like, nah, okay, yeah, he's good. He's a killer,
he's a killer.
And then, seeing him, like, playing for the Comets, you know, he's grown a lot, just from seeing him in MVP and all that. So, killer, man. That team, that Comets team, man.
Wow, it was a serious team this year, man.
It was fun watching you guys play until it was the finals.
I know. We definitely should have been better, bro. No, we definitely should have been better, you know? But
but that Sutherland game was good, though, because I'm not going to lie, I thought you guys were going to get blown out. And
and we came back like mindset. We reset it, like, we shifted our, like, mindset, like, we got to be better, like, no matter, like, because obviously the week before, we played a great Illawarra team. Like that team was like a really good team. Like I thought they were gonna win the championship, to be honest with you, you know, because like they were that good, you know. But like in terms of like, there's no way in basketball we should be getting like beaten that much. Like as who we are, like especially like 50 or whatever it was, like we should have never gone blown out. Obviously they're a good team that can play, like as a competitor, it's like that doesn't sit right with you. So like, following to what you said, that second game, we're like, I know everyone like were expecting us to get blown out, but we came in with a different mindset, you know? Like we're like, nah. Like and like that's when like our point guard that never like played the whole year, Isaac Gundy, like he stepped up big time. Like people don't understand, like Isaac's like he grew up with us. Like he grew up at Savannah Pride, he grew up at Blacktown area, played for like Blacktown Storms last year. So like he's my guy. So like the whole year I've always tell him like just keep with it, you know, like because sometimes it's hard because like there's more experienced guys, you know, in front of you, but the fact that he never lost focus and then like he like I always say your time will come, but I don't know, it will be like the last game of the playoffs, you know. And like literally. He was like put into a position where like it's not unique, like to get put in a playoff situation. Like he started that game. People forget
as the point guard too.
As the point guard, like because I like our big dogs at the weren't there, so like putting him at the point. It's like, as a kid telling him that, it's like, if you haven't played the whole year, you kind of like, just gonna like, nah, like, you know, but he was ready. Like, I don't think if we didn't have to start in the game, we like, he actually like kept us in the game, man. We went up like 15, 16. And then obviously we made a few like mistakes toward the end, but I feel like he had like one of his like best games. Like, it might not show in the sheet, but he was guarding the ball, he was assisting, he was pushing the tempo. Like he changed our team, you know? And like that's the definition of just always being ready, you know? And like shout out to him because like seeing him, like I always seen him grow up, and like it's not to be put in that situation, it's not easy to like not play the whole year and like to play in the last game where like it's a packed crowd. Like that crowd is like, even you could hear from the outside. Like if you weren't ready mentally, it's like you wasn't ready for that game, you know? So like having him come in and like kind of did what he did, like shout out to him, man.
Yeah, 100%. I've seen him play before. I saw him play, I think it was UBL as well.
Sonics.
With Sonics, and I was like, hey, I don't know if I know that guy, but he's pretty good. So I knew, like, when he was on your guys' bench, I knew he was good. I was always thinking, like, put him on, kind of thing. And then did he play against Illawarra that much? He
didn't. Hey, that's when like he got towards the back of our like season. He kind of like you would see him play like glimpse. He might get like Illawarra probably played 15 minutes, but like obviously there was no good to what we did that game. But like obviously when he came on, he was like there was a positive. And like in life, you gotta like no matter how bad or negative, you gotta take a positive out of whatever that happened that game. So like when he was on the court, we look better. Yeah. In terms of like certain plays, not the whole game. Would obviously like he's like third, fourth quarter. Yeah, obviously the game was like a blowout, but like he kind of like changed the game of our speed, the way we were doing. Like he started like pushing the tempo. We played quicker with him, so it's like okay, like that's a positive. We took that out, and like okay, let's start Isaac's second game. I'm like yeah, like he's showing us what he could do already, you know. So like putting him in that last game kind of already showed what he did lower at the back end. So, like, yeah, it started off in the Illawarra game, you know? No matter the score, like, that's always tell kids, just keep going because coaches are always watching your attitude, you know? And, like, he could have just said, nah, like, we're not playing good. We're getting blown out. I don't want to play. But that fact that he's like, okay, I'm going to go, and he played hard, that's why he started the next game, you know? And, like, yeah.
Yeah, 100% can agree with that. Like, being ready for that opportunity, you know.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that before with the Lobex podcast and with like Alex Tisha when he had an opportunity to play for Cairns, like a guy got injured or something and then he got his opportunity and then he took it. So I think, you know, you always got to be ready for that opportunity. And as well with saying like, doesn't matter what the score is when you go on the court, like just play your hardest.
Yep.
That even happened to me when I was in Malaysia. I was like on the bench for most of the games, would come in. And then like one of our last, not like towards the end, I like started building up because at the start I was like nervous. The people I was playing with, I didn't know them. Half of my team was from Melbourne. We didn't have any training. I'm like, bro, this is not, like I wanted to have like proper training and like be ready to play. And then so like I need that kind of controlled kind of environment for me to feel comfortable.
Yep.
So not having that, like I was nervous. But then after, you know, a while, like you get used to it.
Yeah.
And then I was ready to play. Showed them, you know, played it hard. Next game I'm starting.
Let's
I'm like,
go.
hey, there we
Yes,
go.
Sir.
You know, put in that work. So you always got to be ready, you know, ready to play no matter what and have that like mental toughness.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, just whenever you come in, you got to kill it. So many times you see NBA, especially the garbage time minutes. Players, you know, they might show out, and the next game they get more minutes. They get more minutes. So as long as you stay ready, like there's always opportunity.
Yeah.
But I know you talked a lot about the fans and kind of you think that you have the best crowd. How does that kind of like? Obviously, you got the nickname as well, the voice. How do you play into the crowd and also the opposite, the hostile crowd? Do you feel like that ever affects your game? Like it might motivate you even, or maybe might get you down a bit for both of you? Maybe in college in America, you played.
Me, honestly, crowd doesn't really, like, I love a good crowd. Like, I love a good crowd. Everybody loves a good crowd, like, just the hype, because obviously the big plays you're making, everybody's going crazy. Like, the hostility doesn't get to me. Like, I don't see it. Like, it doesn't affect me. Like, so just mainly the love for like my home crowd, or even just showing out for an opposing crowd just to shut them up, or just to, you know, make a big play. And now the crowd's like quiet. Now it's like, now what are they gonna say now? Like like what would they say? So honestly, the crowd doesn't affect me as much negatively, but more positive, like most of the time.
Yeah, with me it's like I've always like loved playing against a away crowd, you know? Like home is like everyone's comfortable, you know? Like with me it's like I like to like be uncomfortable, you know? So like being at home, everyone's cool at home, but like on the road you get tested. You know, that's when your mental toughness comes in. So like me, I'm a away type of person. So like it's cool, but if it's other people, it gets to them, you know? Because like there's some hostile environment I've been to where it's like, man, I don't want to get on the court. Like especially like when I'm in like America gets hostile like a lot, especially in college. So like coming back, it's like you gotta pick and choose. You can't pick and choose where you want to be good at. Like everyone, like you see everyone can win at home, but like away, if you can win away or you can do things you normally do away, that's where you become who you are, you know? Yeah.
I had to piggyback off what we're saying. The crowd, where I really learned what a crowd was in the South Sudanese tournament.
Yeah.
As a young bull, like 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, big crowds, large crowds yelling, overrated. You're a kid, they're yelling this at you. You gotta be, what are you gonna do? You're gonna crumble or you're gonna kill? It's up to you. You gotta make up your mind right at that very moment. So that's kind of where I learned, like, all right, this is where you got to be who you are. You don't step back just because the crowd is calling you a red, or you shot an air ball, now the crowd's hitting air ball, like, now what? So that's kind of where you kind of develop that mental toughness to, like, push forward and push through all the extra stuff.
Yeah, 100%. Like you said, like if you've been to them South Sudanese tournament, it gets hostile, especially if you're a away crowd. Like we used to travel to Melbourne, and I used to get hostile. Like because I played with Henry, we played in the grand final, and like because we were like unfortunate to be good, so we played 16s and 18s. So we just won our grand final in the 16s. So like now we gotta go play 18s. So like going in there, like I was tired, I was nervous, and like I kind of stubbed myself out, and like nah, this crowd is too much, and like my coach Maya. I don't care what it is, like you're going back in. Like, like you're gonna deal with this by like it is what it is by any means necessary. And that's when I really like, man, like if I can't fight through this, it will never gonna get better. Like, like so I appreciate coach because some coach can just like, nah, take him out. He's not going back in. But like the fact that he's like, I know you're scared of this crowd and I'm gonna put you right back in. It's like, nah, like you're gonna build mental toughness today. Like you're not getting away from this now. Whatever, if you're gonna make mistake, you're gonna make mistake. If they're gonna laugh at you, they're gonna laugh at you. Yeah. And like you gotta deal with that. And like, once he did that to me, ever since that day, it's like, bro, like I kind of enjoy being in that hostile environment because I was thrown in the fire at a young age to go battle.
Yep.
Yeah.
To have a coach that trusts you like that is definitely would be motivating.
Yeah.
As well, you guys talked about the South Sudanese tournament, but also kind of throughout the pod, you guys referenced Savannah Pride. I want to kind of link back. How'd that feel, kind of representing like your heritage and stuff like that? How was that experience?
Oh yeah, Savannah Pride is like me and Henry, Malok, like that's where we grew up. Like it used to be called Minor Stars, Like so when we first went there, it was called Minor Stars. Then as time grew, it became like South Sudanese tournament. The thing that makes it unique is because like it's a 2-year, like it's a tournament 2 years, twice a year. One in July, one in December. Most likely, like guys like us that play in like college won't be back for December. So like you kind of have to like it's July or nothing because once you're in December, it's like you can only watch it from afar. Yeah. So like going in like and it's a family thing because like when it doesn't matter who it is, if you're not Sudanese, that's where Suda Will came from. We took him to the tournament and like they loved him because he wasn't scared of the hostile environment, So like going there, it's like we choose to be on a bus for 9 hours. Think about it, like there's how many of us, 16s, 14s, 18s, seniors, maybe 200-300 of us in a bus. So like the whole ride there, you kind of have to be like either like family, because you're gonna be there for 3 days. And then the fact that you gotta go to war with a whole different state, and it's just like whoever's on the bus with you. So like it's us versus the state. So like kind of unites us, So like that's where you kind of find like the bond for the family. And then the fact that we train all year round from January to July, it's like if you ask people like, what are you training for? Like we're really training for that one tournament in July. So like whatever month it is, that's a lot of months to train with no games. So like to be mentally focused, like, nah, we got to do this. Even some days it gets boring. Like, why is coach have us here and the tournament is not even like halfway. It's not halfway through. It's in July, But to keep coming back. Some days we do 6 a.m. It's like, man, like the tournament's not even here, bro. Like, nah, stuff this, like, it's easy to say stuff this, but the fact that you stay locked in and then when you get to the tournament, it's like, hey, bro, remember we were training 6 months for this.
Yeah.
So like now it's like that's where like everyone like family builds. Like, hey, if you're not ready to play, don't get on the court. Or like, hey man, like the whole year we trained for this. So like we're going home because like if you're going back the Hume Highway 8 hours, you don't want to go back with nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a long ride going back. It's like either like we know it's either gonna be a loud ride there, a quiet one back, or it can be loud both ways. Like I've been tournament where like I went there, came back with nothing. It's like, man, like I just wasted a whole 6 months. Yeah. Like basically this is what we worked for and we didn't win. And like now I gotta wait 8 hours to go back home. It's like I just wanna fly back home. Yeah. Get it over and done with, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, that's where it comes from, man. Yeah. Luigi?
Nah, you definitely built like that brotherhood, we definitely built it from young. Like it starts from that grind that we're gonna just do this every day until the time pays off. And like it's been the best thing. Even till this day, we still play tournament. I still come back, play tournament. You got guys that'll come back from playing whatever to come play tournament. It's the best feeling, like playing for Savannah Pride, because it's like really where it started for me personally, like where I really started developing my game, like putting in them hours, competing against like elite players, playing against under 20s guys, playing against guys like Quatnoy, Gag, Gojo Gag, Nash, I can give you a list of 100 guys that all elite players that we're going up against all the time as a young kid. And I really felt like that's what made me who I am today, because I wouldn't have been that level of player without going through that trial and that era. So like I really appreciate that Savannah Pride like experience, and I'll continue to keep pushing it forward and keeping improving the system as well, and like encouraging the young kids coming up. So I really appreciate all that as well.
And like Henry said, like we always come back. Like, I'm coaching DNA. My sister still plays for Savannah. We came back in December and played for the tournament.
Again.
And like it's like became a thing where it's like no matter what it is, if there's a tournament like South Sudanese tournament, I'm always gonna pay out my respects to like the guys that like coach, like the guys that build the foundation, you know? Like Coach Maya, like he was the one that helped me and Henry get to America, you know?
Yeah.
Like he's the guy that started everything for us. So like a way of paying him back is just being there for the kids, because like it's not just playing, it could be just playing, but like a lot of the kids look up to us,
Showing up.
because like they watch us NBL1, they watch us when he's in Europe or we go China trips, like they always watching, you know. So like when I went to ACBA, like the tournament like you went to, like they were all watching me. Like I don't know until I came back home. They're like, man, like I seen you in Malaysia, da da da. Like you never know with these kids, because because now with the social media platform, they're always watching you. So like coming back home, and then we played in the tournament, it's like they were like all there in the baseline just watching me, Henry, Malak. It's like it's a thing where it's like who's playing, like Chol, Henry, are they playing? So like even if we don't play and we're there, they're still there. Like, hey man, like what should we do? You know. Yeah. Like it's always good to give back. Like Henry said, like I'll definitely be playing again this year in December, like in Canberra, and it's just a thing ongoing, you know. Like if there's a tournament, like you just know I'm gonna be representing Savannah Pride, you know.
Always.
It's just out of respect, you know. Yeah.
It's great to see the ties you guys have with the community and the identity, especially like through your brand, the voice, how you kind of give back to the youth and stuff like that.
Yeah,
inspiring.
100% shout out to Savannah Pride. Our brother actually played for them.
I know.
Yeah.
In my
Hey, you know?
Yeah, he won the title. Yeah, he started the title run. Yeah. He started the title run.
Oh, jeez.
When I think of him, you know, I think like when I think of his basketball, I think of, you know, him playing for Savannah Pride. I don't remember his other teams.
Yeah,
Long sleeve, huh?
Yeah. That's my brother. You know, speaking of coaches, like you said, how your Coach Maya just pushed you back on the court.
Yeah.
I think like that's important as well, like how people shape us. And like as well, we spoke with Tim Bush and Damien in our last pod, and they were talking about how like certain kids you can like push this way and certain kids you can do that. So I think it's cool how he saw that he could push you that way, because I can definitely see that helping you. It's like, you know, I've heard like Tracy's story of how he learned how to swim. He was just chucked into the pool and like learn how to swim by yourself. Some kids, bro, they're gonna drown.
Yeah,
like they ain't gonna learn how to swim from that.
Nah.
But some kids they'll learn how to swim. So I think it's cool that you learned that. And piggying back off that, I wanted to ask you, Henry, how do you think the coaches are from here and in America? Like when you played in Blair and was it Montessori?
Yeah, I Blair and like going forward, I'll tell you each step. But Blair, I felt like when I first got there was they're very welcoming. Like obviously it's a new kid from a whole nother country, hasn't been here before, doesn't know the system, doesn't know when to go to class, study hall, where his classes are at. I'm just a whole new kid in a whole new place. So like they're very like welcoming. First few weeks you learn. And then once you learn, you work. Now it's you work. Now you understand it. So now you got to understand the system. So I felt like that's kind of like, there was very good coaching system, very hands-on, like all the workouts, they would work us out, everything, like practice to film to everything. They're always there for you. So like really good system in high school, like to get you ready for college. So then going into college kind of shifts a little bit, because like now it's more of a business, like it's a business. So you got to be able to perform. You got to be ready. Obviously everything's more intense. You get training here, you got lifts here, you got everything, you got study hall, you got everything's all laid out by the book. So it's more of a business. But the coaches still have, your assistant coaches have great relationships with you. They look after you. They'll get you like, oh, you need this? All right, I got you. Come on, call me. Come get you that. So like my assistant coach, Dilip, he was always there for me. He would look out for me. I needed something, I needed to talk to someone. My coach Serge, they're all there for me. So and my head coach, he was always there, just like, you got to do your job. But he was a good coach at the end of the day. So yeah, it's kind of what the difference from the relationship aspect to kind of like the business aspect of handling your job.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something, you know, you see a lot, like the relationships and that, you know, it's different.
Yeah.
Do you have anything?
Yeah, with coaches, like a lot of ballers will know, like most coaches, if you really have that connection, they're like a kind of a second parent to you, or third parent at that fact. Like you hear about KD, I know he thanked his college coach and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And especially when you're traveling to a different country, like you said, you don't really have your family around, so they're kind of they're the ones looking out for you and stuff like that.
100%. Even till this day, I still connect with my coaches, like Coach Matt Tegna, Joe Matt Tegna at Blair Academy, John DeJesus. Like I still connect with all of them. Mike, like they still hit me up. They still repost my stuff. They'll give me advice when I need advice. I hit them up for anything. They're always there for me. So those people, they're always there for you, like lifelong people.
100%.
Yeah, you need sort of those mentors to be around you and stuff.
Yeah.
100%.
Especially like, I know for me, like when I played for Clippers and stuff like that, we'd have Derek, obviously. He's shouting and stuff. So kind of like, when you think of America, you're like, damn, they're all going to be like him, like just shouting at you and stuff like that. But I feel like most teams, they kind of have like two. They'll have like the good cop and the bad cop. They'll be the guy that's shouting at you this, then the one will come out, no, you're doing a good job, but you're doing a good job. You need that. You can't need it both.
100%.
But I just wanted to kind of touch on you guys, obviously you play for Comets now. You unfortunately didn't win the finals. So I wanted to know, like, what's your kind of aspirations and future for the both of you? Like, do you kind of want to still trying to pursue a international kind of career, or do you want to kind of run it back and try to focus on your legacy in Australia, build up through there? Kind of what's your guys' future goals for basketball?
Because with like me, Henry, like we're gonna go back to China, you know? Like China is like, I feel like China is made for like me and Henry. It's like it's more for like entertainment in terms of like in a good way. Like he can like he's athletic, whatever. And then me, I could shoot the ball. Like it suits our style.
Yeah.
So like when me and Henry went together, it's like they showed us a lot of love. You know, like I've never seen that. Like obviously Comets, it's amazing, but like when you go to China, like it's different type of basketball. Like like they really get behind their basketball. Like it doesn't matter what it is, and it's more like interacting with the fans. To them, like you can be down 30, 40, whatever it is, but if you like hit a three or like you could do a great dunk and like you acknowledge them, that's what it's more about to them, That's what I realized. So when I was there, I was just like, obviously I was doing good cruising, but it's like, and the guy that brought me over is like, hey bro, to be honest, because he knows what I can do. He's like, bro, like do what you do. Like, what do you mean? Like talk, like all that stuff you do back home. I'm like, I don't want to get in anyone's feet, Like I'm just here. I'm just trying to make sure everyone was like, nah, bro. And then when I did that, it's like they started showing me love, like even more. It's because this is when I realized it's more entertainment in China, And that's like every basketball is different. Like you just gotta find what suits you, And I feel like what suits me like the best is like China, and not just and they pay good money too. Like don't forget that part of it. Like China has a good money. Like they pay you good, and like the environment you will never feel that type of environment in Asia. Like period. Not just I've been to Malaysia. You've been to Malaysia. You know how it is with like the crowd. It's like there's only certain people that are gonna experience this type of crowd,
Yeah, I definitely think China's underrated. Like for people that don't really follow basketball stuff like that, they're like, China, what do you mean?
Nah.
But like, obviously, I haven't experienced it personally, but I'm a big Steph Curry fan, so I see when he goes over there, bro. Like,
they show love.
Yeah,
they show love.
they definitely they show love. Yeah,
love is crazy in China. I definitely love China. I definitely will be going back to China as well. But like just in basketball as a broad thing, I feel like with basketball, I'm just chasing as high as level I can get to, like whether it be in Europe potentially next year or this year or wherever I look, like where I go next year, will be based off just chasing that next level. So 100% will be going to China, and I'll definitely start looking at pushing my career forward as well, and like maybe coming back here to play. And obviously NBL1, I'll always be back playing NBL1.
Beautiful.
And for me, like also like for Australia, it's like I'm also in like the two paths. Like I'm still coaching,
Yeah.
So like I've kind of built that foundation. It's like, of course I can leave, but like I gotta be there for so long because I gotta come back and coach the kids, Because it's at a point where like we have so many teams that me and my brothers are like coaching, and like they'll look up to me a lot. Like these kids is like when I'm not there, it's like where's Coach Chol, Like they come to my games, is like they always there like supporting, but it's more like it's for me. It's like to kind of like do both as high as I can here, or now and then go to overseas, whatever I can do, but like always come back and like give back to them, Like there's so many of them that I want to help out in terms of like go to the highest. I don't know what highest level it is for you, me, but for them, wherever it is, if it's like some guys, you know how it is. It's hard for them to make like just a rep team, let alone a state team, let alone America, let alone like Europe, let alone pro. So like if I can just help one kid like make a team, like they feel like they've accomplished their goal. They're like, that's my goal, Like see these kids so happy to be here, But like also letting them know like there's more levels to it. Like this year, like it's great we're here, but like we can get to here. And then if we keep pushing, you can get a school scholarship. It's like you open up 2 paths for them, you know? You open up a Australian path, and if they've exceeded like everything here, it's like, hey bro, there's like another path. And like once you go to college, it's like everything is open now, you know? You got your degree. Like it's not just about going professional. Like if you can get a degree, I've did my job, you know? Yeah. Like if you got a full scholarship, like to go to school and like paid for, like that's all a parent asks for, you know? Like if you tell your parent I'm going to school for free in college, it's like, man, like that just takes a lot of like burden from them, you know? Yeah. So like if I can help a kid, it doesn't matter if it's here or here, I've like kind of did my job, you know? So like in Australia, that's where I'm striving to be, you know? Like that's where like I'm pushing towards these kids to go. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think like you speaking on the culture in China, you know, it's definitely a different culture overseas. Like I remember when Hesh was here, he was saying like Australia, we don't really support like wins that much and stuff like that. Like we don't really like celebrate as well. It's always like what's it called? The red poppy seed or something like that?
Red poppy syndrome?
Yeah, that. Right, like everyone just want to be competitive, and like no one wants to admit like, oh yeah, you're actually good. It's like you're trash or all this. But overseas, like when I went to Malaysia and when I went to Japan, like they just love you. Like
no matter what it is.
And yeah, China, I can imagine like just seeing like the videos of like what Tyler said when Steph goes there, when Jimmy goes there, when Dwayne Wade goes there.
It's
like
crazy.
Like they just love it there. So. I mean, I know you guys both talked about going to China and like you're going to go back. How was the experience when you were there first? I just want to quickly touch on that before we finish. Oh. Like, how was the basketball? And you talked about the crowd and all that. How was the basketball there and all that? Because I know, like, I've seen some videos of like kindergarteners doing these like synchronized dribbling drills and stuff like that. So how was it like playing against them? Was it easy? Was it hard? What did you learn?
I thought like when I went there, they're actually pretty physical.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, like when I went there, it's like, man, like like you could shoot the 3 ball, but like when you get to the paint, it's serious, bro. Like everyone there is physical, so like it kind of caught me off guard because like I've been in America, like they say that's the most physical place you can ever play, you know. Like obviously I haven't been to Europe yet, but like in terms of like physicality, when I went there, it's like, man, I might just shoot the 3 more, you know? Like, no, I'm not trying to get in there, get hurt. Like, I gotta come back and be one. Like, no, I'm just gonna stay in the 3-point line because, like, let guys like Henry and that do the work inside. Because that's how physical it was, you know? Like, it caught me off guard. So, like, when I went there, obviously I adjusted, but like, physicality was one thing.
Yeah, nah, the love for the game there is something else. Like, basketball is a language spoken everywhere. Like, everybody knows the game wherever you go. It's like the love for it's like all the way up here. So the crowd, the players, the competitiveness is everybody wants to be the best. Everyone wants to have the best crowd, best players, best gyms, best everything. So like, it's amazing basketball. It's very competitive, and like, it's amazing. Just the love for it is amazing there.
Yeah, beautiful country, man. I love China. I know, like, watching them with the women, you know, their women's team's really good. I've always wanted them to beat USA. Like, remember a few years back watching them, I'm like, come on, China, you can do it. They didn't get it, but, you know, maybe one day.
The boys almost beat us, didn't they?
Ooh.
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday?
Yeah, they almost beat us in the Asia Cup too. So like basketball's growing, man.
Yeah. See, I was telling him we have a segment this week in basketball. I'm like, is there any basketball? He's like, I was like, FIBA.
Yeah, FIBA international. Right now, international's taking over, like everywhere.
Yeah, it's good to see, but like a lot of the countries kind of closing that gap, especially if you've seen last time the Sudanese team, they nearly beat USA. They were right there, a couple. You know, missed layups and stuff like that. It could have been a whole different thing. But it's great for the game. Like, obviously, you want to see competition. Hopefully, we can get that in the All-Star game now. Because, it's still kind of, it's blowouts and stuff. But
we'll get there.
I don't know if you got any more questions, but I kind of got just a couple fun ones. Just, do you guys have any, like, pre-game routines you do or, like, rituals? Like, I got to wear this certain shoe or something like that?
I know everyone's going to laugh, but, like, I'm more of, like, essential guy. Like, I have to wear compression.
Oh yeah,
like long sleeve, shooting sleeve. Like, it looks like I have 100 VC, you know. Like, when I'm on the court, like, you know, for me it's essential, you know. Like, if I don't have it on the court, like there was a game, the first game, like I wear all white and like I always come prepared. Like Chol, you can't wear all white compression. I ran to the locker room and came back with all black.
Yeah.
Same thing. It was like, where's Chol going? I came back. It's like, for me, it's like, it's essential, you know? Like, I can't play without, like, compressions, you know? Yeah.
It's one game we see Chol come out with the blue compression. Chol came out with the blue compression, all half sleeve. Everything is going on.
Yeah, compressions, yeah.
Me personally, I feel like it's just, I don't really have any super like superstitions or anything like that. Probably just like, it depends on where I'm at and like what I do and what works. So if something works, I'll keep doing it. Like, I don't eat right before the game. I can't really eat like too close to the game. I always eat a few hours before the game. I would go to breakfast. My team would be like, "You're not eating?" Like, nah, I'm not gonna eat. I'm just gonna have like a smoothie or something. And I'll eat after the game. I'll eat like some light. But yeah, other than that, I'm easy.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm the exact same with the eating thing. Like, I figured, like, I researched it because, you know, got to be healthy and stuff. And it was like 2 hours. Tried eating 2 hours.
Yeah, nah.
Didn't work. So then I tried 3 hours. That worked for me. So I'm like, if it passed, like, if I missed that 3 hours, I just don't eat. I'm I ain't trying to ruin my game. Like, what are your other fun questions?
Just kind of have this question be asking a lot of guests and stuff.
Yeah. Wait. Before you say that, I just wanted to say as well, with your compression thing, I got my headband too. I got to wear a headband. And
I got to.
Half of my headbands have gone missing. I remember I gave this guy one. Never returned it.
Come back.
I don't know where my others were. Put them in the wash. Never came back. So now I'm down to like, I don't know, 5 I still have. But like I had like 10. Like, because I had to have a headband every single game. If I don't have, I remember one time like at Bankstown Friday nights, like we only had like 5 people, or like I was starting or whatever. And the game was about to start. And I'm like going through my bag. I'm like, where's my headband? I need my headband. It wasn't in there. I'm like, all right, guys. I'll be back. I ran to the car. Even though the game's starting, like I needed my headband, got my headband, came back, and then we were losing to like an easy team. And I was like, yo, what's going on? They need me. That was a game I realized something else. But anyways, need my headband.
Essential.
I definitely feel the compression, but like you feel naked without it. Me, like I usually wear like the compression shorts and stuff. I wear a random shirt underneath. I never really had a compression shirt. So and I remember when I went to my first reps game, I had a random shirt. They're like, you can't wear that.
That's how it is.
The proper skin tight on my bed, bro. It was like $70. I'm trying to buy that.
All that,
It was crazy, but yeah. Do you have any other questions?
And like with me, it's like I just wear it just for the drip. Like as soon as I miss my first shot, one comes off, the other one comes off, the other one comes off. And it's like, Chol, why'd you wear it? I just need it, bro. I just need it for the start of the game. It's drip. And like, I don't really like, besides compression, I always wear a headband. Like, you know how it is with the photo content. You know, you gotta be careful, you know? You gotta act like, you know, you're going hard in the warm up. Once the game starts, hey, it's business now. I gotta take all this off, you know?
You gotta look good. You know what I mean? The warm-ups, you're looking all cool and like, I pretend someone's
100%.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I can't wear anything like under my singlet. I hate wearing like shirts, like
compressions. No.
Yeah, I have like sensory issues. Like if I'm wearing like I can wear skins on my legs. That like I wear, but shirt.
It can be annoying too, especially when you shoot.
Yeah.
That's why I always wear like the long sleeve is alright, but like short sleeve too. Like if it's like here, it gets annoying. Like especially when you're like attacking the basket, so I kind of understand it. You know?
And I just like heat up a lot. Like when I see like people on the bench, like after they've subbed off and they're all sweaty, pretty like NBA, they put on their tracksuit back on. I'm like, oh hell no, like I can't do that.
Like that's too far.
No, but yeah. It's pretty cool though.
But yeah, there's definitely a certain way you gotta style it and stuff. Because you see those guys wearing all the drip. It comes in. They just load up the VC. Like, come on, man. 2 long sleeves. It doesn't even match the it doesn't match. Come on, bro. But yeah, like I was trying to say before, I've been asking this question to a lot of guests, kind of, who's your personal GOAT? Like, who do you think's the greatest, or even maybe a favorite player? It doesn't have to be the best for you, but
me growing up, it was like it's always been Kobe, but like LeBron's my favorite player, you know? Like LeBron, like especially what he did with the 3-1, how he came back, like break records. I feel like he's the greatest, but like my favorite like player is Kobe. You know, like growing up watching Kobe, like what he did, the mindset, the mentality of Kobe. So I've always been a Kobe guy, you know. So, but like, and then as I go, obviously when your GOAT is not there, there's always gonna be another GOAT, or like someone else gonna take over, you know. And then when LeBron came and like just took over the game, I was like, I'm a LeBron guy, you know? Yeah.
Especially with like recency bias. Like obviously, if you're watching someone now,
Yeah,
you're gonna think they're the best.
Yeah,
but, like,
I can't go.
This guy's been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah,
It's not even recency bias. It's not even recency.
Yeah.
It's like he's been doing it literally my whole life.
But Henry and Malak have different opinions, you know? They're not LeBron supporters.
Let's hear it.
Look, I'm not taking anything from LeBron. LeBron is a GOAT. When he finishes, he might be the GOAT for real. Like, right now, obviously, by everybody's standard, Michael Jordan is the basketball GOAT standard. But my favorite personal player of all time is Kevin Durant. Yeah. Like when I've seen KD play, till this day, KD is the smoothest, like one of the best players, one of the best games I've ever seen. So Kevin Durant is still my favorite player.
I like that. What was that argument you were having with Ziggy about KD? He's the best scorer.
I said he's the best scorer, and he's like, no, he's not. Like,
yeah, you, Jordan, and Jesse were all agreeing, wasn't it? And then Ziggy was like, nah.
He's saying if he's the best, why isn't he like number one? The things, it's like, it's just, you know, it's a longevity stat, you know. Come on, bro, it's longevity. Stat. But like the way he can score at all three levels, and it's like no one can stop him. Like if he misses, it's because he missed. It's not because you played the good, you know. Yeah. The guy's 7 foot, can shoot over you, can dribble, can like.
Never seen something like that.
The guy's insane. And kind of just a follow up on that question, your favorite player is KD. So do you kind of like support one team, or do you kind of follow like which team he goes to, and you kind of like be a fan of that?
I was an OKC supporter growing up because of KD, Westbrook, Harden, all them. That was like my team. But as I got older, I was like, kind of follow my favorite players, just more their teams. I don't really like sit and watch this team the whole season. I'll just be like, all right, let me watch KD and them, let me watch LeBron and them, let me watch Shea and them. You just gotta find, you know, where good basketball is.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I don't really.
I'm kind of the same way. Wherever my favorite player goes, that's like who I'll follow. But lucky for me, my favorite players were Kobe, played for one team, and Steph, who played for just the Warriors. So I've been a Warriors fan ever since he's drafted now. So lucky I don't have to switch him forth.
Yeah, I definitely think like obviously for us, we're in Australia. Like we don't live when you're American and you live in like the state. What is it? The city. I found out. City, I'm pretty dumb. Like I didn't even realize that the teams were named after cities. I thought they were named after the states.
No, cities. Yeah.
We were watching the movie. Was it like 2 days ago? Yeah. And then they were talking about Beverly Hills. It was Beverly Hills Cop or something like that. And then I was like, he was like, oh, isn't Beverly Hills like the police department the same as LA? And I'm like, nah, I think they're like, you know, like Bankstown and like Fairfield. I was like, I think it's like that. Yeah. And then I'd like I have ADHD, so I just went on my phone and started like researching, and I was like, wait. NBA teams. I like searched all the like. Is there any team that's named after a state? Anyways, so I have that knowledge now. But yeah, so obviously, us being in Australia, it's kind of hard to follow one team. Like I was saying before, like I only watch basketball and I care about the people playing. It's like when they're trading people, it's a bit hard.
It's a bit hard. It's a bit hard. A lot.
But I mean, I've been following Miami since I was like a kid. Like I've always gone for like 3 teams. I've gone for Miami Heat. Because when I was like 8, I was like, oh, that name sounds cool.
Yeah, so Miami sounds dope.
And I think like I was probably like, 8? So I think that's when LeBron was playing for them anyways, I think. So I was like, that was a pretty good team to go for. Chicago Bulls because MJ's the GOAT. So I had to go for them.
Fans,
and then, I mean, that's how I found out about Jimmy because, you know, Jimmy obviously went into Chicago and I was like, yo, who's this player? And then that's how he became my favorite player. And then once he left Chicago, I kind of stopped going for them. Found them boring.
They went down.
And then and then Kyrie was my favorite player, so I just followed whichever team he was on. Yeah.
I was elite.
But now it's just Miami pretty much until I guess everyone leaves that I care about. Then maybe I'll switch it. I don't know. We'll see. Now Jimmy's gone. I'm like, and we're losing. I'm like, I don't know how like NBA fans do it. Like. The ones who have like ride or die for their team and they've just like never won a championship or something. Like, I don't know, bro. My team was in the playoffs at least and I'm still like, bro, we're so bad.
Stressful.
Like,
gets stressful.
If you're like a Hornets fan, I don't
it gets tough.
You're just never going to watch your team in the playoffs. Like, what's going on, man? That's why I think we're kind of lucky and unlucky we're in Australia because you can choose kind of who you want to go for, but at the same time, sometimes the games be at 1 a.m. and like, come on, bro, I'm trying to watch. It's crazy. But do you have any other questions or anything?
I mean, I had one, but I don't know. I feel like it was kind of answered. I was just going to ask, like, you guys were talking about, like, how you were talking about coaching kids and stuff like that, and then you were talking about China and the love they give. So I was gonna ask you guys, how do you feel when like you get those kids looking up to you even? Because I know, like you said, with the coaching, where I coach at Charity Bounce at Breakfast Club, like with CJ, he's left us now. He doesn't coach anymore. Every week I have a new kid coming up, not a new kid, like a kid who's been there, but like someone different every week. Like, when's CJ coming? Like, where's CJ? I'm like, bro, come on, guys, I'm here. Like, we don't need CJ, okay? Yeah. So, like, yeah, they really do, like, look up, because he would obviously jump in and play with them and stuff like that, whereas I just watch them. And, like, how does that feel, like, seeing, like, you're a role model now pretty much? Even, like, I remember this argument with the sidemen, like, how you're kind of put into that position, even though you might not necessarily want it. Yeah. So how does that make you feel, like having people look up to you and stuff like that?
It's the impact. It's like a lot. It's bigger than yourself. At the end of the day, like you realize it's much bigger than you. Just trying to chase your own goals and like your own aspirations. You get caught up in that a lot. Like, where am I gonna do this? Where am I going next? What am I gonna do? But like, you realize it's much bigger. Like these kids are looking up to you every day, like trying to follow your path, asking you questions. How do you do this? How did you get there? How did you get this? Like, how you get your bounce? I get that 100 times a day. Yeah. But like, it's crazy. Like, but the love is there. Like, that's why it really kind of motivates me. It's another, like, one of my bigger motivators is just the kids that look up to me, and like, anybody can reach out to me. I'll respond. Like, I'll tell you this. I'll give you whatever advice, whatever the best advice possible. I'll refer you to the next best person if I can. But like, I'll always try my best. And like, that's one thing I won't like ever cut out. Even when I start playing basketball, I'll always be like a resource and a reference if anybody is looking out, you know.
Love that.
Yeah, like piggyback what he said is like, that's a blessing, right? Like having kids look up to you, like, especially like what you teach them, obviously they're gonna have young kids look up to them, you know? So like if you become like a person that doesn't like talk to them, I don't want them to like, when they get older, obviously get bigger, I don't want them to like not give the next person knowledge, you know? And wherever you do, kids follow. Like if I'm being negative, you might not show now, but when they grow up, they're gonna be negative towards the younger ones, you know. And like you always gotta be like, you know, positive, especially with kids. Kids, you know how kids are. Yeah. Whatever you do, no matter good or bad, they're just gonna follow. Yeah. You know. Really. So like, just might as well just be. It doesn't hurt to be good, you know. It doesn't cost you anything. So might as well just do it, you know. And like, and then the next wave is gonna be the same thing. Like when there's someone look up to them, what you've showed them, they'll show them, you know. And that's how it is, like with the generations, you know. Pass 100%. on, you know.
Obviously, you guys played overseas. You played a lot of places. I just want to know, like, who's probably like the toughest or the best player you've had to guard, or like you went against?
I'll go first. Yeah, with me it's like I had to guard Zion. You know, there's a video of me like I'm full locking him up, full slide my feet, 2-3 slides, and you see him just falling down, and like in front of everyone, bro. It's like it's a crazy video, bro. Like, and the video is a full on YouTube. Like I have a full clip of it, which was pretty amazing. Yeah, that was the first time I actually played it. Like, and you know Zion when he was growing up, the hype. Like Zion hype was like unmatched. Yeah, so like playing against him and then like having that video, I think that's where like I took off from like being like defensive player, you know, like that confidence of if I can guard a guy like this or like whatever that position, it could be a position. It doesn't matter what it is. Like whatever I did that time, that kind of like took me off. Like because my mindset is like I can kind of guard a lot of people now, you know. Yeah. But I was pretty dope video, but full locked him up, man. Full slip on the ground, bro. I had a full video, bro.
We'll definitely have to search it out. Did you talk to him as well? Like, that's what's up.
You see me in the crowd, then talking. Yeah. That's how I am, bro. 100%. That's the voice. And it was a packed house. Fair, so you could see the crowd like crazy, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. How about you?
I played against a handful of guys in the NBA now. Like I played against Precious Achua, Lester Quinones, Desmond Bain, probably one of the bigger guys I played against. Like, that was when I was younger though, when he was at TCU. So Desmond Bain, playing those guys, just the physicalities, you realize like when you're young, like Desmond Bain was like strong guy like this. All these guys are all strong, so like that was the big difference. But against the guys like Precious and Lester and all these guys he played in high school and like in the circuit, you're all around the same kind of like, you're that level, or around that level. So it wasn't like a big, you beat them one time, they'll beat you this time. So that's kind of like how it went for me.
Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like a lot of it is like you said, you see like they're grown men. Even though they're like 15, 16, they're grown men. Because from a young age, they've been here in the gym and everything. Whereas Australia, you know, we're doing the arm bars. We're doing the arm bars. These guys are in the gym. But man, it's great to hear how you played against players like that and could hold your own and even, like you said, you know, bested them. So yeah, it's definitely crazy.
Yeah. think that's a pretty good note to end on. I'm guessing you don't have anything else.
Yeah, just is there anything else you guys want to shout out? Any Instagram, anything like that, or where people can catch you? Maybe your upcoming games or any tournaments you're playing in. So whatever you guys want.
Oh, I just want to say, like, I appreciate you guys, like, for bringing us on, because, like, podcast is not easy. People don't understand, like, it's like a thing where it's like it takes time and like it's not easy to do, you know. So like, shout out to you guys for doing it, and shout out for you guys for bringing me on, you know. Like, I know it took a while, but like, I appreciate you for always, like, you know, like, well, even at the games, like, Chol, when you go, but I'll give him my word. I told you, like, I will be here, like, after the season, you know, when Henry comes back, we'll be doing. But like, yeah, shout out to you guys. Like, you guys are doing great things. Like, I'm always watching the show. Like even when you guys had hash on, you guys had low backs. Like, you know, like, we're speaking of all that, it all ties back to family, you know, because like when you guys spoke about teacher, I play with teacher, you know, like everything you guys do, and then Hesh coaches us, you know. So like it's a family thing at the end of the day, and I appreciate you guys for that, you know. Shout out to you guys, you know. Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys for coming on.
I appreciate you guys for sure.
100%. All right. Well, that's basketball culture. You know where to find us. Like, comment, subscribe. Check these guys out. Do you want to shout out your Instagrams or you don't care?
Yeah. Nah, baby Chol.
Simple Henry_Makeny 1.
Yep.
There we go. You know where to find us.
Yeah. Show them some love. Hit them up. Watch some of their highlights. You know, they're both great hoopers, and yeah, share with your friends.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Take care.
Appreciate it.